In the world of seafood, one species is revered not just for its size, but for its biological enigma. This is the Alaskan king crab. What few people realize is that the king crab is not a true crab. It belongs to a group of close relatives of hermit crabs. While true crabs have 8 legs and 2 claws, the king crab typically has only 6 legs and 2 claws. This giant can live up to 20 years in the near-freezing environment of the Bering Sea. This slow growth and unique size produce the sweetest meat. And to obtain this long-lived red gold, people have developed specialized hunting techniques. Each method is a perfectly matched battle against the ocean.
Wow.
Ice hole fishing demands absolute endurance in penetrating cold. The risk is environmental, working on cracking ice sheets and the danger of hauling heavy, spiky crabs up from the freezing hole, causing injury and prolonged hypothermia.
Wow.
Oh!
This is a classic tradition. The product is highly valued for its intact freshness, straight from the icy water.
Female.
Individual potting still faces significant risk. The biggest risk is losing the gear. Fishermen must deploy and retrieve traps by hand in rough seas, easily losing location or having the pots swept away by currents.
I've had a lot of practice of falling in these holes over the last 18 years, so.
The operation demands precise navigation skills and considerable strength without industrial winches. This method stresses the crab less, providing a high-quality, steady supply for local markets. This method stresses the crab less, providing a high-quality, steady supply for local markets. This is the world's deadliest job. The risk is catastrophic. 770-pound steel pots, 50-foot waves, and equipment failure during storms. Working on freezing decks, the risk of being crushed by the pot or swept away by waves is extremely high. Blood, sweat, and courage are the currency. A successful trip can yield hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of crab. This is the price of the life or death trade-off. Four methods, 4 different levels of risk. No matter the approach, the extremely high value of each crab, once sold and prepared, stands as a tribute to the danger and the skill of the fishermen. Divers descend to the freezing seabed, using experience to locate hidden crabs. The risk here is silent. Diving in near-freezing water increases the risk of hypothermia and equipment failure at depth. They must constantly manage breath hold or oxygen supply. This yields the highest quality by minimizing crab stress, maximizing value, but costing the diver their personal safety. The dangerous journey is finally over. Red gold has arrived at the restaurant. Now it's the chef's turn to honor its flavor. To preserve its pure natural sweetness, the crab is usually steamed whole. Gentle heat rises through the shell, loosening the meat inside. Using steel-cutting shears, the chef unlocks each leg, revealing snow-white, juicy strands of flesh. In many Korean seafood restaurants, the crab body and tamale are fully utilized. The body meat is shredded and combined with hot rice, crab roe, and seasoning to create the special crab fried rice, a tribute to the zero-waste philosophy. Every dish is a tribute to the skill and courage of the fishermen. The leg meat is firm, springy, and intensely sweet. A clean, pure flavor shaped by life in near-freezing waters. Steaming is the simplest and most respectful way to showcase its exceptional quality. The Makochi Yaki Nasuwan is a masterclass in Japanese simplicity. A clear, delicate soup showcasing the refined flavors of coochi, flathead fish, and charred eggplant. Our culinary journey begins with the meticulous preparation of the star ingredient, the coochi. First, the coochi is prepared with precision. The head is expertly removed with a swift cut just beneath the collar after the belly's opened and the entrails are discarded. The head is then split down the center. Following this, the fish is skillfully broken down into 3 fillets, and the rib bones are pared away. The skin is carefully removed, and any remaining pin bones are scrupulously pulled clean. The leftover bones and trimmings, era, are crucial for the depth of our broth. They are briefly blanched in boiling water and immediately plunged into an ice bath, a technique known as shimofuri, to purify the structure. These blanched ara and a strip of kombu are gently simmered with water and sake to form the foundational stock. The emerging scum is continuously skimmed, until the liquid is crystalline, then carefully strain to yield a flawlessly clear ichiban dashi. Next, the eggplant demands our attention. The stem is trimmed, and the eggplant is thoroughly grilled or broiled until the outer skin is completely blackened and charred, infusing the flesh with a deep, smoky aroma, yakinasu. The moment it is pulled from the heat, it is submerged in an ice bath. This crucial step halts the cooking process and loosens the burnt skin, which is then painstakingly peeled away, revealing the tender, smoky pulp beneath. The eggplant is lightly trimmed, cut to size, and placed to soak in a small amount of the prepared coochi dashi, allowing the smoky flavors to mellow and integrate. The clear coochi dashi is finalized by seasoning it gently with salt and a touch of light soy sauce, establishing the delicate, savory foundation of the soup. The choicest portion of the coochi fillet is cubed and sliced into bite-sized morsels. These pieces are then lightly coated in kuzuko, arrowroot starch, to protect the flesh and create a silken texture upon cooking. For garnish, the yuzu is cut into a thin, elegant wheel, and the pith is carefully removed to form a citrus ring. Fresh ginger is peeled, finely grated, and its potent juice is delicately squeezed out. The kuzuko-coated coochi pieces are quickly poached in a separate pot of salted water and sake until just set. The marinated eggplant is gently warmed, and the coochi dashi is brought to serving temperature. The dish is presented with grace. The poached coochi and warmed yakinasu are artfully placed into the serving bowl. A few drops of fresh ginger juice are added for a fleeting aromatic lift, and the yuzu ring is positioned elegantly on top. Finally, the clear, warm coochi dashi is poured over the ingredients, completing the ethereal makochi yakinasu wan. French onion pasta feels like bringing a little Parisian bistro right into your own kitchen. When the onions slowly caramelize into that deep golden brown, they release a sweetness that becomes the heart of the entire dish. Deglazing with brandy adds a subtle warmth, and the beef stock gives the sauce a savory backbone that balances the cream and cheese. At the butchering station, we take a closer look at the structure of a perfect tomahawk steak, taken from the prize section of the rib with its signature long bone. The initial step is critical, making a clean, straight cut about 1.5 inches above the main ribeye portion. This separates the primary muscle from the overlying meat. Notice how the butcher carefully strips the surface meat from the ribs, often cutting between the bones first. This isn't waste, it's quality control. By removing this meat, we create a cleaner, more visually appealing long bone, a cleaner product for the discerning consumer. This long bone rib section contains ribs 6 through 12. It's essential to understand their location. The 6th rib end, closest to the chuck, and the 12th rib end, closest to the strip loin, yield two distinctly different steaks. Now for the main event. We are cutting these beautiful primal sections into individual tomahawk steaks, aiming for a robust 1.5-inch thickness, the ideal depth for even cooking. The 12th bone tomahawk, while still a premium cut, shows a smaller cap and less marbling, reflecting its position further down the rib cage. Mastering the tomahawk isn't just about the grill. It starts here, with the precise separation and expert segmentation of the long bone. Understanding the nuances between the 6th and 12th rib is the secret to selecting and serving a truly exceptional steak. There's something incredibly primal and satisfying about cooking a steak on a heated stone in the middle of the forest. No grill, no pan, just fire, rock, and pure skill. As the marbled fat hits the hot stone, it creates this deep, rustic sizzle that blends perfectly with the sound of the water nearby. Cooking outdoors reminds you how simple good food really is. Great ingredients, the right heat, and patience. Watching the crust form naturally on the stone is better than any restaurant showpiece. This diver just entered a spot absolutely covered in sea urchins, like a moving carpet of spikes. What's interesting is that this species isn't edible. They're the type with tough shells, dark colors, and almost no edible roe inside. So why is he collecting them? Many divers gather non-edible urchins to feed fish or clean up overpopulated areas, because too many urchins can damage seaweed beds. Harvested by hand from Norway's icy, pristine waters, the green sea urchin is prized for its rich umami, buttery roe, and natural sweetness. Sustainably sourced and high in omega-3, it's a must-try delicacy for seafood lovers. There's real technique behind this speed. Notice how the vendor always keeps the fruit stable with a low grip and uses the knife in a forward pull motion instead of pressing down. This reduces resistance and prevents the fruit from bruising. She rotates the fruit naturally instead of repositioning her hands, which saves time and keeps the cutting motion continuous. It's a perfect example of professional efficiency. Small movements, no wasted effort, maximum accuracy.